Hi, Cancer. Well, this is the reading that found you today. These are the cards that flipped out for you, Cancer. I know when you look at these cards, you might get a little fearful. Please don't. Please do not, because this is actually you triumphing. This is you annihilating something evil, annihilating something dark, putting an end to it, and transforming because of it. It's actually a very powerful and inspiring energy. So let's get into it. So we're starting off here with the star, represented by the story of Alyonushka and Ivanushka out of Russia. And in this particular story, it speaks of fairy magic and spells and being strong enough to rise up out of it. I feel for a lot of you, I'm getting a couple scenarios here, so we're going to go into all of them. But I feel for all of you, you are facing or were facing something very dark. It could have been a person. It could have been something that fell over you, like a depression, an addiction of sorts. And of course, we know addiction can take many forms. It can be, a love addiction. It can be substance. It can be shopping. It can be a way of thinking. Okay, and I'm getting that very strongly. But being that we're starting this with the star, your intentions are to knock out any evil. It's almost like, too, I'm getting a sense of exposure. You're exposing the darkness in a situation. You're going to bring light to the darkness in something. Say, for example, if there's someone around you who's being deceitful, you're going to shine that light on it. You're going to expose them. I'm also getting a very gentle nature in which you do this. You're not violent about it. I don't see, okay, I am going to be honest. Some of you may use choice words, but you know what? We're going to allow that, Cancer. We're going to allow it. But I am seeing you bringing this to light, and not just that. You're asking, if you look at her, she's looking up to the divine. She is almost calling her ancestors for assistance. So I do feel like some of you are going to be going deep into meditation, into prayer. You're going to be really connecting with those who have crossed over. I feel like there are people on the other side who now have more power to help you in the grand scheme of things than they were able to in their human form on earth. In human form, we can only do so much. But when we transcend beyond, when we cross over, I really do feel like our ancestors are able to help us in ways that are dynamic, So, and I feel like you're tapping into that. I feel like you're also tapping into your own psyche. For some of you, this is very negative self-dialogue that you are knocking out. You are not going to be doing this to yourself anymore. And I feel this energy of, no, I'm not going to allow this anymore. I'm not going to allow this self-dialogue to be negative anymore. I'm not going to allow anything dark into my life. I'm going to expose these people, their lies, their deception, if they are people, because I am getting, for some of you, there have been some snakes in the midst. So next up, we have the devil. And the devil, again, just represents that negative energy, that darkness that seems to be intertwining in our worlds. If you look here, she's in a forest at night. And what comes to her? Boatata out of Brazil. Actually, this story is very prominent in several different South American countries. And it is the snake who is, you're supposed to really kind of avoid this. And you got to close your eyes when the snake appears, because it can blind you. It can make you go crazy. It can even cause death. So I see this as this darkness, again, that depression, that negativity, and even that addiction for some of you, represented here by Boatata, the snake that tries to weasel its way into your world, kind of like that dark self-dialogue that sometimes creeps up. And what I mean by that is, say, for example, if there's something you really want to do, something you really want to pursue, and there's that nagging feeling upon you, oh no, I can't. I'm not good enough. Likewise, if there's something that you want to pursue and you wake up in the morning and you have these very bad memories, very dark memories. I'm also getting very bad memories creeping into your light. you're going to shine a light on that. I feel like some of you may actually, with the darkness, I am getting that some, I'm getting, some of you suffered something in your past, in your childhood, that was very, very dark, and you've been battling it. It's been creeping its way into your beautiful now, and you want to put an end to that. So some of you will be seeking out different forms of therapy. I'm getting some of you actually go into acupuncture, acupuncture to actually rid you of these dark memories or dark thoughts. You're going into holistic practices for some of you, because this is something that, you can't erase your memory, but you can learn to use it in your own form of power. Like, I've been through this. I survived this. It's not going to bring me down. It's now going to elevate me. Now, next up here, we have the death. And of course, the death, if you're unfamiliar with tarot, can seem a little bit, a little bit intimidating. But the truth is, the death is transformation. The death is bringing things to light. In this story, and it is a long and strange story, the White Bear King, Valamor, it's out of Norway. It is a wild story. But again, bringing things to life, breaking bad curses and spells, transforming. I feel like you're going to expose something. I feel like a lot of you are going to expose the true nature of someone who has been posing as a kind and caring individual to others. I feel like you have burning, damning evidence on them. I'm also getting, for some of you, this is, when I look at these pictures here, it's almost like the snake is trying to infiltrate this path that you're on. So I do feel like there are people that are trying to derail you from your true life's mission, from your life's course. I feel like there's also people that are trying to stop you from growing and improving because they see how powerful you are and how powerful you will be, and that you cannot proceed if they meddle in some sort of way. I'm getting some manipulative energy here. I'm also getting, for some of you, this is like a financial or a work constraint, like work is keeping you from progressing. For example, if your job is requiring to work extra hours, oh no, well, we need you this, okay, well, we rely on you. And they're using all the smooth talk to occupy all your time so you can't pursue your dreams. I'm getting some of you wanted to go to school or take extra classes, and your work is saying, oh no, well, we need you extra days. Sorry, we need you that shift, kind of trying to manipulate you. And at one point, it's like you expose a shadow on themselves. There's a saying, may the horror of your actions be revealed to you. And I feel like you're holding up this mirror. If you look at the skull here, death, holding up this mirror to the snake, showing it. This is what you are. This is what you are receiving. Because what I see here is, any kind of energy you put out into the world, it finds its way back to you like a boomerang. And likewise with this dark force, if they are people, you are exposing them. And it's like they're being forced to reckon with themselves. They're being forced to atone. And they have no choice. And it's getting them very angry, getting very angry. But I feel like you are still on your mission. You're still on your mission when you look at the star and the death. And by the way, these are 3 major arcanas. So I feel like for those of you who resonate with this, shutting out not only the darkness, but exposing it to where it never bothers you again. Now, that's not to say that life is going to be some easy cakewalk going forward. No, there's always going to be ups and downs. But this is something that I feel like it's a main thing. It's personal to you, Cancer, that has been really hindering your progress. I am also getting that this is, for some of you, a past love that comes in, promises you the world, and then does not deliver and leaves you in shambles. And they're doing that on purpose. They're doing that to derail you. I think they see your progress and they're a little bit envious of it. I'm also getting a family member who's envious, someone in your midst, a snake in your midst who is envious, and you're going to expose them. It's like you have dirt on this person. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm trying in my mind's eye to try to channel that and see, and it's very vague. So it is going to vary for a lot of you. But I do see this as an energy that you are absolutely conquering. It's being brought to light that you are conquering this. So when I do a reading and you see something like the devil and you see them flanked by these two powerful arcanas, the star and death, which are two very good arcanas, okay? Death doesn't sound like it would be, but oh my gosh, it is. This is transformation. This is you never going back to what once was. Say, for example, if you were in a very dark place in your life, you transform out of that, you don't ever go back to that dark place. So it is a very beautiful, beautiful energy that this devil doesn't have a chance. Not against you, not against you, Cancer, not against you. Oh my goodness. All right, my loves. I really hope this helped. Until next time, over and out.